You know what? We've been talking for a while now about trade, and trade, in my opinion, continues to be the number one catalyst for the markets, both up and down. And obviously today, the president, with what he put out there on Twitter,
yeah, here's the tweet right there.
That turned it. That turned it because we were starting to sell off. We started off positive. We were starting to sell off. We were almost going into negative territory. And when that tweet came out, and that's what I think everybody is focused on. And I think, you know what? If something ever comes out of this, Scott, this is just a little bit of an appetizer to what I think the markets will want to take huge bites out of. But that's still something I think in the distant future.
Yeah, Steve, long and very good conversation with President Xi, said President Trump. Discussions are moving along nicely with meetings being scheduled at the G20. Markets fixated on this very issue, in part because of the commentary we've gotten all throughout earnings season thus far from CEOs about the real issues that are around trade and tariffs. You could talk about the Fed all you want. Headlines about tariffs and trade are moving the market.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not that they wouldn't if they were on the Fed side, too. But you know what I'm getting.
Yeah, and I happened to be watching CNBC at the time, and I saw the tweet come out. And I would say that the average, if they weren't going negative, they were going flat. They sold off from the highs completely. I think the Dow was up at that point 30 points. And then instantly it turned it around. So look, to me, this is a seminal issue. There's not a conversation in the markets that you won't hear tariffs mentioned. Now, we all know about interest rates. That concerns me less. This places the economy more in greater jeopardy if you see that 25 bump on the next shot, which I don't think is going to happen. So look, I don't know if this is positioning by Trump trying to get the market to move up in front of the elections, because you can always have that, or not. But I believe that the market, as neutral as I am on the market, I still think we could see upside into the end of the year, regardless of what happens here.
Yeah. Kristen, how do you see it? I mean, where does this issue sort of rank on the wall of concerns for the market?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we just digest what happened in October, I think you really had three things.
We really have to? I got indigestion even thinking about it.
I think it's important, right? So obviously the Fed tightening, going into earnings season without the ability to do the share buybacks, which support the market, many companies in blackout, and then midterm elections. And so what's interesting is it is very common during going into any election period for defensives to outperform cyclicals. We see that very frequently. And so taking a look back in October, we shouldn't be that surprised by the volatility spike that we saw and the pullback. And I'm of the belief that, yes, we will have some support for the market. The market just wants certainty on these issues. And so once we get beyond midterm elections, we should see a reduction in volatility and some added support for U.S. equities.